Welcome to GHI Travel Adventures, and today we are filming in beautiful Coleraine in Victoria. Coleraine is 335 kilometres west of Melbourne, 34 kilometres northwest of Hamilton and 30 kilometres east of Casterton. Coleraine, the area, was first settled by Europeans back in 1838 for pastoral grazing. The town was later surveyed on Bryan Creek, which is part of the Wannon River. As we take a bit of a drive down the beautiful streets here, you can see there's quite a number of beautiful old heritage buildings. We are going to visit most of these today. You can see on the screen it's actually quite sunny. I can assure you it wasn't like that all day. It was actually quite wet there when we visited, but you know, the show must go on. If we're going to film these places, unfortunately, we've got to take the risk with the weather occasionally. So we're going to continue driving through the streets at the moment, having a look at some of these heritage buildings. Then we're going to have a bit of a walk by. So the first building, this is the C.M. James and Son Builders and Plumbers building. Absolutely beautiful building actually. It's been running for about 162 years as a business. Right across the road here we've got Glenelg Fine Confectionery. Now this one was started by the Kohlberg family back in 1988. Unfortunately, when we were here today, it wasn't actually open. It would have been great to get in there and actually have a look at their range to show you guys. Just walking down actually the main street of the town at the moment. This one looked like an old antique shop to me. Just going by those few little artifacts you can just see in the window there. This one I do know was a chemist for many years. It was owned by a few families, and surprisingly, like pretty much every family for a while in there actually ran a chemist. So yeah. Just see these signs that are just scattered throughout town as well. Just continuing for a bit of a walk along. As you can sort of see, the road there to the left is actually quite wet. It sort of rained on and off while we were there. You can sort of see the rain actually falling. This building here on the left at the moment, it looks abandoned and it did look in quite poor shape. I'm going to pan back to it. Yeah, it looked like it was actually in quite poor shape. Not sure what was originally in there, but yeah, very old. And this one is the Bank of New South Wales building. Tell you a bit about Coleraine. So their primary industries are beef and wool, and the town hosts an agricultural show in November and an art show in August. There's just another view of the bank walking back the opposite way. One of the big claims to fame for Coleraine is they've actually got a cricket team, and that cricket team is reportedly the second oldest cricket club for continuous playing, as in like from where they've started to now, it's the second longest one in the actual world. I wasn't able to find out which club was number one, but it's a pretty good claim to fame. This one is one of those old style petrol houses. You can actually still see super leaded which obviously, as we all know, they don't actually make anymore. One of the other things you'll see as you walk along the main street, there's a lot of sculptures, and we will see some of these shortly. There's a cafe called the Catcher's Pen a little further up the streets, and that one actually has a really good Shearer sculpture out the front of it. We absolutely love exploring these old towns. It's sort of become a bit of a hobby for us now, so we do try and get away pretty much at least once a fortnight to get to some of these places and do some filming. I've got tons of sort of footage that I'm currently putting into videos, and plenty of towns, not just in Victoria, South Australia. I was there at Easter time, and also we have some more stuff from when we were over in Tasmania earlier in the year as well that we'll be putting into videos shortly. This is one of the 2 hotels we did see in the main street, but I'm imagining Coleraine would be like most places. Back in the day, they would have had dozens. This is the Black Horse Inn, which is a bed and breakfast. Looking at the building itself, I'm thinking it's possibly an old bank building. This building ahead of us is the old courthouse. Now, the Historical Society works out of this building now, but I believe it closed down in November 1981. And this is a Coleraine post office which opened in 1854. Kangaroo there on the right, that's an example of the sculptures I mentioned earlier. Coleraine has a football team playing in the Southwest District Football League, and it also has a racing club, the Coleraine Racing Club, which runs the Coleraine Cup meeting in September. The meeting features a steeplechase race commemorating the feats of district horseman and renowned Australian poet Adam Lindsay Gordon. We are going to actually visit that racecourse later in the video, so stay tuned. And here's the catching pen, and here is the sculpture of the shearer. It's actually really detailed. We're coming up here to the blacksmith. This building is actually in really good condition for its age. The population of Coleraine is around 1,860 people. That has actually pretty much doubled in the last 20 years. I believe around 2006 the population was actually under 1,000. This one is a Coleraine Hotel. Beautiful building, this one. Here we are at the historic railway station. This is the station building. There's no tracks left anymore, obviously because no trains actually come through this station. It's now the Visitor Information Centre, and it does have a little bit of a museum in there, which had a few cool little things that we'll have a look at now. Majority of what was in this room was all to do with the circus. Earlier in the video you would have seen the little street sign that I videoed. They quite clearly love the circus there, which is completely fine. This is, the train tracks would have been out this side of the station, but as you can see they're no longer there. It's more just a visitor building. I can imagine back in the day though that this station would have probably been a busy one. It would look quite majestic. And my favourite buildings, I've mentioned in previous videos, there seems to be a Mechanics Institute in every town, and here is Coleraine's. This building is actually in really, really good condition. It was established in 1896. Just couldn't quite catch the sign there. But yes, 1896. So for a 130-year-old building, it's looking in very good condition. This one is the Masonic Hall. This one as well, it's still in pretty good condition. There actually is an entrance, which you'll see in a moment. It's actually down the side. It doesn't look like it's in use now. I'd say it's abandoned. We're just doing a little bit of exploring down some of the streets now. Like a lot of towns, there's no lack of churches in these country places. And here's another fine example of a beautiful church. This property here was a Uniting Church manse. Like most churches do have them, and they're actually quite small buildings. This one is actually quite a large homestead sort of type building. It looked like it was a private residence, so obviously I couldn't enter, but that's okay. Here's another church as well. So this one was the Holy Trinity Anglican Church. And looking up on the right here, it looked like this was the manse for it as well. Again, actually quite a large building. Here's just another view of the same church. Right here I'm heading towards that little building on the corner. So you'll see behind that, the white weatherboard, that was another church as well. And you've got this beautiful, it looks like it's sandstone building in front. They certainly made some beautiful buildings back in that. This is St. Joseph's Catholic Church. Just as I got here, it started to rain again. So you will probably see a few raindrops as I'm walking up. Like I said though, the show must go on, so you have to keep filming whether it's rain, hail or shine. Especially for this town as well, because I was actually on my way to South Australia and I thought I'll stop in at a few little towns along the way and just do some filming. So my previous video at Linton, Coleraine, and I did Malmesbury as well, and an earlier video in Sandford. At the back here that was a school. This is all about the Great Western Steeplechase, which has been running since 1858. Adam Lindsay Gordon, the poet, and he actually rode in this race. I think it was on 5 occasions. And from here we were heading up towards the actual race course. This is the Adam Lindsay Gordon monument. Now we're here at the Coleraine race course. While we're having a walk and a look around, the race course. Just wanted to say a huge thanks to everyone that actually does watch our videos. We're not trying to be the next big thing on YouTube. We're just about bringing these beautiful country places to you guys, the viewers. Especially, there are people overseas that will probably never get to actually see these buildings or these towns otherwise. But we do appreciate everyone who does like and subscribe to our videos. We really appreciate it, and we do ask, if you do watch these videos and you enjoy the content, please do like and subscribe. It actually helps the channel greatly. We have plenty more content still to come as well, so thank you to everyone that does watch. Truly appreciate it. We're walking up towards the grandstand. This, from looking at it, looks like it's pretty original. Like it's got the old wooden seats that you'd see in those olden day grandstands. It actually is really nice. And many a Great Western steeplechase winner has probably roared past that finish line just there. Now walking up towards the mounting yard. We're coming to the end of this video, so this has been another GHI travel adventure.